Hello, baseball fans. This is Anthony with BBSN, and we are in the land of the stars, Los Angeles, for start number 11 of our 1969 Fergie Jenkins payoff pitch replay. And in the replay currently in real life going into this game, Fergie had a record of 5-2, 2.76 ERA, and 65 strikeouts in 78.1 innings. In the replay, he is 7-3. He's got the decision in all of his starts, has a sparkling 1.83 ERA and 78 strikeouts in 84 innings pitched. And the biggest difference, walks, he's given up 8 in the replay versus 16 in real life. His control has been stellar the last several starts, and also given up half as many home runs, 4-8. And overall in Fergie's starts in both real life and the replay, the Cubbies are 7-3. And in this game played on 5/22/1969, the Cubbies were victorious 3-0. So without further ado, our starting lineups for the Cubs, pretty much the same as you have been seeing. Kessinger, Becker, Sweet Swingin' Billy Williams, Ron Santo, Mr. Cubby Ernie Banks, Randy Hundley behind the dish, Al Spanky Spangler in right, Don Young in center, and Fergie on the bump. And for the home-standing Dodgers, Willie Crawford in center, Ted Sizemore gets a start at short, Willie Davis in center, or actually, my bad, Willie Davis is in left. Andy Costco in right, Tom Haller behind the plate, Wes Parker at first base, Jim LaFay at second, Bill Sudakis at the hot corner, and for the Dodgers tonight, Bill Singer is on the hill. So we are ready to get going here, and Fergie looking for win number 8 on the 1969 season thus far in this replay. And the Cubs will get things going. Kessinger steps in against Singer, and here we go. So right off the bat, we have a defensive check, and again, using the fast action cards for defense and runner advancement, we have an error in center field, and the Dodgers have Crawford out in center. He has a range of X or F and an error rating of 1. So a roll of 32, and that is going to definitely be an error. And for the outfield, that will be a single +1 base. So Kessinger starts things off with a base knock and goes to second as Crawford muffs it in center. So the Cubbies in business right away. Runner in scoring position for Glenn Becker. And here comes a pitch, and that's going to be ballpark. 86 will be in play against the right-hander, and Dodger Stadium, pretty much a hitter's or pitcher's ballpark, sorry. 34 to Becks against the right-hander. That's going to be a pop out to shortstop, so 1 down. Kessinger holds. And that brings up Sweet Swingin' Billy Williams, and Williams looks to get things going here. And that is an 8, and will be a tough out, so that'll be a strikeout. Singer dominates Williams in that at bat, 2 down, and Kessinger still at second base for Ron Santo. And Santo, that'll be in play, 27, and that's going to be a single. And with 2 outs, that is going to score Kessinger from second base, and the Cubbies break out to a 1-0 lead. And if you've been following Fergie and his recent starts, that has pretty much been enough for him in a couple of them, as he has a couple of shutouts over his last 4 innings. So Santo on at first, and he is not a base runner, needs a 3 to try and steal. And again, thankfully does not. Ernie Banks up, and that's going to be a ballpark. 28 against the right-hander, that'll be in play. So Banks could use that wheelhouse result there, but instead it's going to be a single. And runner on first, again with 2 outs, he will go all the way over to third. So the Cubbies with their 3rd hit of the inning and a little 2-out rally going here. Runners at the corners for Randy Hundley. And tough out, 28. It's going to be a strikeout, so Singer says enough of this nonsense. He sets Hundley down, and the Cubbies do score a run on 3 hits, leave a couple left, and we head to the bottom of the first. 1-0, Cubbies and Fergie in the lead, as Willie Crawford set to lead off for the Dodgers. And I've got to work a little bit on my delivery here. 7, that's going to be in play. And 24 for Crawford. He's going to start things off with a single for the Dodgers. For Dodgers and Crawford, not really a threat to run from the leadoff position. He's going to try it, though, and needed a 4, which is what he got. He's a D. So behind the plate, Hundley has a 2-arm. So D2, and it's going to take an 85 to 99 to be safe. Not a wise move, and Hundley guns him down easily. So Crawford starts things off and then is promptly caught stealing. 1 down, Ted Sizemore at the dish. And 7 will be in play, and that was a costly base running gaff as Sizemore singles. So the Dodgers could have had 2 on, no outs, as Willie Davis steps up to the dish. And Sizemore needs a 3 to run, does not get it. Fergie winds up, and that's going to be a defensive check. And that will be a range play on third base, and Santo down there is a C. The roll is 84, and Santo is going to get to that. 11 will not be a double play or fielder's choice, so he's got to come in on that. Sizemore is going to go to second. And Santo with the put out to Banks, 2 away, and Andy Costco, the Dodgers cleanup hitter, steps into the box. Fergie kicks and delivers, and in play, and that's going to be a ground ball down to second base. Beckert's got that over to Banks. So 2 hits for the Dodgers, but they cannot capitalize, leave 1, and we head to the second inning, 1-0 Cubs in the lead. So Fergie Jenkins, a little bit of a rough patch. The pride of Chatham, Canada, gets out of it. And 7, Singer, that's going to be tough. 44 to Spanky Spangler. And Spangler will be a ground ball down to third base. So 1 down to start the second for the Cubbies. And Don Young, center fielder, steps in. And that'll be a tough out, and 70 will be a ground ball to second base. So 2 quick outs for Singer, and just a reminder, Singer actually has, he was 20-12, 2.34 ERA in 1969. He's got 2 tough outs, 8 and 5, and as a reminder, on a tough out, if it's not a strikeout, you automatically go to the batter's out card. So Singer is definitely a tough match for Fergie. That's going to be in play. And 96 will be a fly out to left field. So 3 up, 3 down, go the Cubs in the top of the second. And Dodgers coming to bat, trailing 1-0. And ballpark, and once again, that will be in play. So Haller needs 31 or less, and he's got it, a single right back up the middle. So Fergie, a little bit off his game early here as the Dodgers have gotten some contact. And going to take a 3 or less for Haller to run. He does not. Wes Parker steps up. And that's going to be tough. And 59 will be a ground ball down to second base. And 3 is going to be a double play. So 4-6-3. And Fergie bounces back nicely from that leadoff single. 2 down for Jim LaFay. And 6, tough again, and 40, that's going to be a single. So the Dodgers, no problem getting wood on the ball early here against Fergie. 2 down, Sudaka steps in. And again, with Maury Wills out of the lineup, not really a threat to run for the Dodgers. 10 will be in play, and 27 to Sudaka, so that's going to be a single. So 2 outs, and over to third will go LaFay. So the Dodgers have 5 hits early in the second inning here, and still no runs to show for it as Singer steps up. not a good hitting pitcher. And Fergie, that'll be in play. And he's going to get out of it again. Ground ball down to first base. Banks takes that himself. So 3 hits and 2 left, and we are through 2. Cubbies still lead at 1-0. And Fergie, in this game, he is already giving up more hits than he did in the entire game on 5/22/69. But he's kind of due for a rough outing. Singer, that's going to be tough. And 23 to Kessinger, that'll be a strikeout. So Kessinger, who singled and went to second on an error to start the game, later scored, goes down swinging. Glenn Beckert up. And 10 will be in play, and ground ball down to second base. So up with that is LaFay, whips it over to Wes Parker, and 2 outs for the Cubbies. And got a feeling Singer probably isn't going to give up much more here. Tough out, and sweet swinging Billy Williams, blown away again. So Singer's got Billy Williams' number as the Cubs go 3 up, 3 down, second inning in a row. So Singer pitching like Fergie has been. We go to the bottom of the third, still 1-0 Cubs. Willie Crawford leads it off, and that's tough. And 50, that's going to be a double. So Crawford fights off a tough pitch and hits that opposite field into the corner. He's got his second hit of the day. And he will be at second base for Ted Sizemore. And Fergie once again in trouble. That's the 6th hit he's given up. That'll be tough. And 34, and a single by Sizemore. So the Dodgers fighting off some tough pitches. And single there. Sharp liner into center field. Runner on second advances 1 base and can try and score. So in center field, Don Young, he has an arm of 8. And Crawford has a speed rating of 8. So that means 8 or less he's going to score. And Crawford's going to try and come around and make it in, and he is in easily. So the Dodgers have knotted things up on an RBI single by Sizemore. And 1-1, Sizemore getting his lead, and he's going to stay put as Willie Davis steps up. And the pitch, that'll be in play, and that will be a fly out to right field. Runner holds, 1 down. So Fergie, uncharacteristically, has given up 7 hits in 2 1/3 innings already. 5 will be patient, and Costco not going to be able to wait that out. However, that's a ground ball down to third base. Double play rating 7 and 8, so that will be a 5-4-3 twin killing. And the double play ball is helping Fergie. Another 2 hits for the Dodgers, and they finally get a run across as we head to the top of the 4th inning, knotted at 1. And Bill Singer back on the mound to face Ron Santo. And Singer, 9, that'll be patient. Santo, he's going to wait that out, draw a base on balls. And that's the first of the game for Singer. First walk by either pitcher, in fact, as Ernie Banks steps up. And Santo, not going to mess around and run. Ernie Banks steps in. And 9, that'll be patient. 99 will be a fly out to left field. However, 1 down. Santo back to first. And Randy Hundley, the first part of a good bloodline that saw one of his sons catch in the big leagues as well. And that'll be tough. 34, swing and a miss, strike 3. So Singer. And that is 5 strikeouts now for Singer, who is pitching marvelously outside of that first inning. The runner still on first for Al Spangler. And 8, tough out. And 52, it's going to be a fly out to left field. So a leadoff walk does not come back to hurt Singer and the Dodgers. We head to the bottom of the 4th, still 1-1. And Tom Haller set to lead it off. Fergie still looking for his first 3 up, 3 down inning, and that's tough to Haller. And will be a fly out to center field. Young takes care of that one away. Wes Parker. And Parker, tough, 27, and Parker, they are taking care of Fergie on those tough pitches as Parker doubles. That's the second time that's happened to Fergie. So runner on second base, one away for Jim LaFay. And LaFay singled his first time up as well, and that will be a defense check. And range check, left field. And in left field, sweet swinging Billy Williams has a range of D. And he's going to get to that, make a nice running catch, so 2 down. And Parker had gone halfway. He's got to scamper back to second base, so 2 outs for Bill Sadakis. And Sadakis singled his first time up. And 6 will be tough, and that's going to be a ground ball down to Kessinger. Gets it over to first, so the double does not come back to hurt Fergie. We are through 4. And the Dodgers have 8 hits and only 1 run to show for it. And the Cubbies, 3 hits and 1 run as we head to the top of the 5th tide. And Don Young leads it off against Singer. And again, tough out. So 44, it's going to be a strikeout. That's 6 on the day for Singer through 5 innings. That brings up Fergie. 1 away, and Jenkins waits for the pitch. My goodness, wild. Also going to be a tough out. Don't even have to look. 3 strikes right by Fergie. So Singer on pace to have an exceptional game on the strikeout column. Double figures are on tap as Kessinger steps in, and that'll be an in-play result. And Kessinger's going to drive that into the gap in left center. He's going to have a double. First hit for the Cubbies since the first inning. And Kessinger's second of the day as he's in scoring position with 2 outs for Glenn Beckert. Singer, gosh darn it. 12 is going to be ballpark, and 41 once again will be in play. And 47, not going to get it done. That'll be a harmless fly ball to right field. And camping under that is Andy Costco. So the Cubbies get 1 hit, but no runs. Leave 1. We head to the bottom of the 5th, still tied at 1. And leading it off will be Fergie's counterpart, Bill Singer. And that's going to be ballpark, and 28 in play. Needs to be 11 or less, not even close. Ground ball down to Kessinger, 1 away to start the 5th for the Dodgers. And back to the top of the order, Willie Crawford. Looking to break something open here, and that's tough, 25. And the only thing that's going to get broken is his bat as Fergie saws him off, swinging a miss, strike 3. Playing a little high heat, and Ted Sizemore. Fergie looking for his first 3-up, 3-down inning. Ballpark, 82 is going to be in play. And he's going to get it, a ground ball down to Banks. So Ernie's going to field that, flip to Fergie, 3-up, 3-down for the first time today for the Cubs ace. And we head to the top of the 6th. Still tied at 1. This game is moving along at a brisk pace. 1969 was a not as bad as 68, but still a very pitcher-oriented season as Singer patient to sweet swinging Billy Williams. And Williams, he's going to drive that back up the middle for a single. So leadoff base knock in the 6th for the Cubbies. Let's see if Santo and Banks can do something to bring him around. And 11, that's going to be a defensive check, and Singer's defense let him down in the first inning. This will be a range check to third base, and Sudakis is a C. And a roll of 18. Not going to get it done. That'll be a hit. And a hit past third base. That will be a single plus 1. So runners now on first and second. The Cubs have a little something going here for Ernie Banks, Mr. Cubby. Let's play 2, and he'd like an extra base hit to plate 2 as Singer delivers. And Wheelhouse and Ernie, big swing, but no, a harmless ground ball down to second base, and that's going to be a double play. So the Cubbies waste a golden opportunity. As over to third goes Williams, but there are now 2 outs, and the go-ahead run at third base for Randy Hundley, and Hundley has had a pretty good replay thus far. Let's see if he can come through again. 6 going to be in play, and he's going to do it. Hundley, he's going to single into left field, and Williams comes in to score, and the Cubbies back on top, 2-1. So Hundley had struck out his previous 2 at-bats against Singer. He's finally got him timed out here. And runner on first base, and Hundley probably not going to try and steal. Nope. Spangler up, and Spangler 7. That's tough, and that's going to go nowhere but back to the dugout. Head down and dragging his bat as Singer gets the K, but the Cubbies come up with 3 hits, and despite the double play, they managed to plate a run, and we are heading to the bottom of the 6th inning. Cubs 2, Dodgers 1. And Willie Davis leads it off against Fergie. And 6 will be tough, and that's going to be a fly ball to center field, 1 away. So the pitching tides are changing a little bit. Singer in some rough water last inning, and Fergie has finally settled down. And 6 will be tough to Costco, and that's going to be another fly ball to center field. So Don Young takes care of the first 2 Dodgers in the 6th. And brings up Tom Haller. Haller's 1 for 2, a single and a fly out to center field. And 7's going to be in play. Ground ball to Kessinger over to Banks, and 3 up, 3 down again for Ernie and the Cubbies, or Fergie and the Cubbies. Ernie 2, I guess. And we head to the 7th inning. Cubs 2, Dodgers 1. As Don Young leads it off against Singer. And 6 in play. That's not going to be anything but a harmless fly ball to shallow left field. And Fergie is going to hit. The Cubbies do have some action in the bullpen, however. Hank Aguirre, the lefty, and Phil Regan, the righty, are up. Tough out, and that's going to be a strikeout. So 2 down, back to the top of the order for Don Kessinger. And Wheelhouse Kessinger, another big cut, and that's going to be a harmless fly ball to center. It does take Crawford back to the track, but hit it to the deepest part of the park. So 3 up, 3 down, and we head to the 7th inning stretch. And no guest singers in the booth tonight, unfortunately. Or actually, fortunately, I guess. We spare the fans the racket, and we're not at Wrigley anyway. So Jenkins set to face Parker. And it's going to be in play, and will be a ground ball down to Kessinger. Whips that over to Banks, and 1 away. And Fergie now, after giving up a plethora of hits through the first 3+ innings, has set down 10 in a row now. And it probably jinxed him as Jim LaFay steps in. LaFay is flown out to left and singled. And 7 will be in play, and going to keep it going. Fly out to right field, 2 away. And Bill Sadakis, and then the pitcher spot up. So at this stage of the game, we will probably see a pinch hitter, and Fergie in play, and Sadakis, he's going to single. And that goes between first and second base. So Singer, Cubbies have to take him out, and down in the bullpen, Jim Brewer is toiling away, the lefty, and Manny Mota is going to be the pinch hitter for the Dodgers. And Mota, he really was one of the premier pinch hitters of the 60s and 70s. And they used to say the man with the magic wand when Manny came out into the on-deck circle. So Fergie going to put him down, and tough, he's going to do it. That's going to be a fly out to Young in center. So the Dodgers get a 2-out hit. They cannot make anything of it, and we head to the top of the 8th, still 2-1 Cubs. And Beckert set to lead things off, and the new Dodgers pitcher will be the southpaw Jim Brewer. And Brewer 7-6 in 1969, a 2.55 ERA, and had 20 saves, so he was the Dodgers ace out of the bullpen. So the book is closed on Singer, who goes 7 innings, and he gives up 7 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, and walks 1 and ends up striking out. Strikes out 9 Cubs. So good outing overall for Singer, just a couple of rough innings, and of course he's facing Fergie, who has a penchant for getting out of tight situations. So Brewer, that's patient, and 99 will be a fly out to left field, on away. Sweet swinging Billy Williams up, and Williams, he scored the go-ahead run back in the 6th inning. He is 1 for 3 for the day, also has a couple of Ks. So 9 will be patient, and 69 against the lefty. Nothing happening there. It's a ground ball down to shortstop, 1 away, or 2 down, sorry. And Ron Santo ready to stand on his head for a hit. Brewer set, delivers, and 11, that's a ballpark, and 22, and against the lefty, that's going to be wheelhouse. So Santo takes a big hack, and he gets into that, and going to be a harmless ground ball down to second base, right down the middle. He swung over the top of it, so 3 up, 3 down for Brewer. And we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Cubbies clinging to a 2-1 lead as Willie Crawford set to lead it off against Fergie. And 7's going to be in play, and it'll be a fly ball to center field. So Don Young having a busy night out there. Retires Crawford for 1 down. Ted Sizemore up next. Sizemore on the day, he's 2 for 3, a couple of singles and an RBI, the Dodgers' only run. And 6 will be tough, 32. And once again, Sizemore fights off a tough pitch, and he's got his 3rd hit of the afternoon. And Fergie, he's good to go till the 9th inning before fatigue sets in, and has also only given up a single run. And no attempt to steal for Sizemore as Willie Davis is set to hit. And 9, that'll be tough, and Davis, it's going to be a fly ball to center field again. So Young, he's got 6 putouts on the day thus far, so 2 down for Andy Costco. And the Dodgers cleanup hitter, he's got a little bit of pop. He hit 19 home runs in 1969, and the pitch is going to be tough, and that's going to be a ground ball down to Kessinger. So Fergie gives up a single hit, but gets out of it, and he is 3 outs away from another complete game win. As we head to the top of the 9th, and Ernie Banks set to lead it off against Brewer. And 3 will be patient, and 46 against the lefty, and that's going to be a hit by pitch. So Banks, it's a little bit too much over the plate, takes 1 in the ribs, trots down to first base, all part of the game for Mr. Cubby. And Ernie does not even get to try and steal. Randy Hundley gets to try and hit, though, and that's tough, and it's going to be a strikeout. And for Hundley, he does have a key RBI single, but he's also whiffed 3 times in this game. Al Spangler up lefty-lefty matchup. Brewer the delivery, patient, and 63, and that's going to be a single for Spangler. And fast action card. It's going to be a hard grounder into right field. The runner on first advances 1 base. So 1 away, runners on first and second for Don Young. And it looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter as Jim Qualls has stepped out on deck if Don Young can get on, as the Cubs looking for some insurance here. And 6, that's going to be tough, and 93 will be a fly ball to left field. So 2 down, and they are going to pull Fergie after 8 innings. So Fergie, not one of his better outings to date. He's going to go 8 innings. Gave up 10 hits, managed to only give up a single run, however, as the Dodgers were inept. A couple of double plays helped in the first 3 innings. And Fergie did not walk anybody, so his superb control continues. Had a very un-Fergie-like day with strikeouts, only 1, however. And it looks like Regan will be the Cubbies pitcher in the 9th inning to try and seal the deal for Fergie. As Jim Quall steps up to hit. And runners on first and second, 2 down. Quall's batting from the right side against the southpaw. And 7, that's tough. And Quall's, oh geez. Maybe not the best pinch hitter there, as he looks foolish, goes down on 4 pitches. So we head to the bottom of the 9th, and the Cubbies clinging to a 2-1 lead, as Phil Regan's going to look to lock this up for Fergie Jenkins and give him his 8th win of the young season, and Tom Haller leads it off. And 8, tough, and that's going to be a fly ball to right field, 1/3 of the way there. 1 down as Wes Parker steps up. Parker, the switch hitter, batting from the left side against Regan. Here comes a pitch. And 3 will be in play, and that's going to be a ground ball down to Kessinger. Whips over to Banks, 2 down. And Jim LaFay is the last gasp hope for the Dodgers. LaFay is 1 for 3. He singled and died at 3rd. And Regan in play, 57. That's going to be ball game, folks. A shallow fly ball to right field, and coming into Spangler, camps under it, and the ball game is over. A 3 up, 3 down 9th for the Dodgers, and the Cubs, despite giving up 10 hits, managed to escape with a 2-1 victory. So final line score. The Cubbies collect 8 hits, 2 runs, no errors. The Dodgers, 1 run on 10 hits and 1 error. Fergie Jenkins gets the win, Phil Regan the save. And Fergie now goes to 8-3 on the replay. And yeah, tough choice for most valuable player in this game. If the Dodgers had come back, probably would have been Ted Sizemore, who had a great day at the plate, 3 for 4. Cubbies, nobody really stood out. Ron Santo went 2 for 3 with 2 singles, a ribby, and a walk. Fergie, 8 innings, 1 run, but didn't particularly pitch very well. So looks like we're going to give it to Santo, a narrow vote. So Santo gets the POG. And there you have it. So Fergie now 8-3 on the season, and we will be back with start number 12. And again, a reminder also what's coming up next on the channel. We'll have another probably red, white, and blue next. I have to well, tomorrow actually you know what, we're going to go with the Tony Galento Jack Dempsey fight tomorrow, and we'll probably do that live depending on how work goes. So and then red, white, and blue after that, and then back in the rotation to start 12 for Fergie. So as always, thanks for watching, and please, please, please support friends of the channel who do great service to the online board gaming community with their own videos. And Al Red Sox fan, Chris at Strat-O-Matic, Delaware, ID Gesture, playing a variety of computer and sports games, plays Inside Pitch computer game. Eric at Higher Ground Gaming, and baseball demos, of course, Earl and Earl at Tabletop Baseball Plus. And as always, I just need to start writing these down because I always forget. Broke Black Man 94 does a great job interviewing different television shows. If you're into jiu-jitsu like me, I also have Bill Kesting, or Stephen Kesting, favorited on my page. Go check out some jiu-jitsu videos. Maybe give it a try. It's a very fun, if not painful, sport. So until next time, thanks again for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, and tell your friends about it as we try and grow this great community of YouTube, tabletop YouTubers. So until next time, keep swinging for the fences. And this is Anthony. Have a good night, y'all.